Hello everyone, welcome to Learn Overflow. In this video, we will discuss another LeetCode problem, partitioning into minimum number of Deci-Binary numbers. Okay, so that's the question we have over here. This is a medium level question. Let's see what the question is all about. So before starting this, make sure to subscribe to this channel for regular LeetCode videos. Okay, so this question says like a decimal number is called a Deci-Binary if each of its digits are either 0 or 1. Okay, so we are just mean to say that the Deci-Binary is called only when it's either all of its 0 or 0 and 1. Like each of its digits are either 0 or 1. Okay, without any leading zeros. Okay, there cannot be any kind of leading zeros as well. For example, 101 or 1100 are like the Deci-Binary numbers. Okay, so if you just look carefully, these are the numbers that what we used to write in decimals actually, but they mean to say these are in binary as well. So that's why they just named it a Deci-Binary. Okay, all right, so but it says like while 112 3001, these are not like, obviously they say either 0 or 1 can also only be the digits. So that's why you can see like this values cannot be there. Okay, so 2 3 cannot be there. Okay, fine. So now they say like given us a string of n. Okay, there's a string of n given to us that represents a positive decimal number. Okay, so that is a positive decimal number, but remember this is a string of n. Okay, so this is not an integer, this is a string. Okay, so what you need to do, return the minimum number of positive Deci-Binary numbers needed so that this sum up to n. So like we need to find out what is the minimum number of positive Deci-Binary numbers can be there so that this sums up to this n. Okay, so let's take an example like 32 over here. Okay, so we have a number like 32 for us. Okay, now see, to make this Deci-Binary you can have either 0 or 1. Okay, so first try to take say we take 1 and 1. Okay, so that's the maximum we can take in the first case, because we need to find the minimum number of positive Deci-Binary possible. So if we are supposed to find the minimum, then we should take the maximum values possible at each step. Okay, so there's a 1 we got, and then we need to add another 11 in the sense 1 and 1 in the Deci-Binary format, and then to make it as a 3 we need to make another 1 and 0, right? So that's the thing we need to go ahead, and that's why they explain that in that format actually. Okay, so we can find that here we got one number, second one, and the third one. So we find that the answer we need to return is a 3. So that's what they say, like we need to find the minimum number of positive Deci-Binary numbers needed so that they sum up to n. Now look carefully, what are we actually looking for in this question? Okay, uh, whatever question we have, okay, we cannot have like, oh, like we need to take 0 and 1, 0 and 1, right? Like the maximum number of like the digits can be only 0 and 1, right? So if that is so, then at each instance we can have a maximum of 1 at each value, right? If we need to sum up to that value, then like the needed so that they sum up to n. Okay, so they sum up to n. So if we need to do a sum up to n, then at each step we can have a maximum of 1, right? So look here, whatever in the number it is, say you have 56, all right? You have a number 56. How can you reach there? Maximum you can go like 1 and 1 here, let's 11, and then 1 and 1, 1 and 1, right? 1 and 1. So it goes, and then 0 and 1, right? So maximum is how much? 6, because you cannot go beyond like you cannot take any digits beyond 1, right? So you have to take digits that is 1. So the main idea, if you think closely, the main idea is to find what is the largest number or the largest digit in our string n. Being why I'm saying so, like if that is like you find the largest digit, then that will be the answer in anyways, because you are doing a summation of like one, like summation of the numbers that are 1. Okay, so it's more like 1 1 1 1 1, you are just summing up the numbers. All right. So if you are just summing up the numbers, then just summing up the numbers with each number being one. Okay. So then there's a maximum number being whatever be the maximum number you have in the maximum digit you have in this string n will ultimately come up to the result, right? You cannot like you have to give those many ones for that particular digit. Say you have a 9 at any place, so that means you need to put nine ones below it, right? You have to make it a summation of like 9 times 1, right? Anyways, you have to do that because otherwise you cannot reach up to a sum of 9, because we need to reach up to a sum up to 9 or sum up to n. Okay, so that means the basic idea is if we just reach out anywhere that's say we find out that the maximum value is something like this, and then no issues, just return up the value, right? It's say if we find this, then simply return the value over here. But I think I can make you understand that the idea is to just find the maximum like the maximum digit value we have over here, because that will be the sum up to that number. If you just look carefully, another example, so there are 8 2 7 3 4. Okay, so 8 2 7 3 4. How can you reach 8? You have to have 8 ones, so that means you have to have 8 deci-binary positive numbers, right? That's the minimum you need, because the largest digit in this like in this string n is 8. Okay, and if that is 8, then you must have 8 digits, like 8 ones, right? If you have 8 ones, that means 8 times the numbers get started. Like deci-binary is, you have to get that exactly, right? So that's the idea behind this question. That's the basic idea behind this whole question, that to find the max of any number, like the max or digit value in that whole number. So that's the idea you have over here. Okay, so let's write some code. This won't be a big code or something complicated. This is a simple code, and let's write that, and then I will explain you how the code works over here. Okay. Awesome. So here you can see we just like we just submitted our code over here. It works fine, super fine. Let's try to understand what exactly we did. We took a variable answer, storing the maximum integer value that we can over here. So since our return type is integer, that's why we took it as an integer value over here. All right. Now for next we ran a for loop, and it's a like for each loop in like we converted this string n to an character array, and we just traverse through each of the characters in the character array. Okay, and like each of the characters, what we did, we found the math.max and converted our character to integer and found a maximum value with respect to the answer. So we took an answer value to be 0 initially, so that's the minimum you can say, because negative cannot be answer, right? So we took it as 0 initially and just found out what is the maximum digit value we have in our string n. Okay, and thus after finding the maximum value, we just return the value, and that works super fine. That's like completely acceptable answer, right? So that's all in this question, guys. So I hope I can make you understand how this question works. So make sure you just like this video and subscribe to this channel as well. Also, if you have any doubts or any queries related to any questions, put them down in the comments below. I'll be happy to help you out in the comments as well. Thank you all for watching this video. Hope to see you soon in my next video as well.